Hi, my name is Marissa Robinson, and for my Capstone project, I did a research-based project about Gen Z and comfort TV, and I did it in the form of a video essay. So, I am a communication and new media major, with my concentration being filmmaking, and I am also a minor in graphic design. Why did I choose to do a video essay? Well, first, I do like to do research and writing, especially when it's a topic that I'm curious about and I can choose. And I wanted to combine my interest of film and writing together, and I thought, why not do a video? And I always saw the video essay style being like popular for YouTube videos, a popular style, and so I wanted to give it a go, and I thought it was a good idea to do it that way, to share my research information and also share my opinions and ideas. My project objectives, I have it divided into 3 different categories. Basically, the 3 main concepts that I wanted to explore in the project was trying to understand the concept behind comfort TV and its psychological impact, because I found that comfort TV does encourage the release of dopamine, just like any type of form of entertainment that we have today. It has a positive effect on the brain and releases dopamine. And also within the psychological role of comfort TV, I wanted to kind of explore the idea of nostalgia being present in comfort TV and with popular shows such as Friends, and also how I got my inspiration for this project and the idea of nostalgia was because sometimes I like to rewatch shows from my childhood, like shows from the Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, and so that kind of also sparked a sense of comfort for me and also having nostalgic connections. And the second point is I wanted to explore Gen Z watching habits and how streaming and social media sort of provide this influence of the watching habits. And lastly, I wanted to explore genres, and the 2 genres that I found through research that were the most popular for comfort TV are sitcoms and reality shows. For my research, it's kind of following my project objectives, but I kind of dove deeper into it. So the four main points for my research that I did was comfort TV, nostalgia, Gen Z, and the COVID-19 pandemic. With comfort TV, there's no definitive definition for it, but it can generally be defined or described as a show you like to rewatch. It's usually a show that's older, maybe from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s. It's a show that gives you a sense of familiarity because you've seen it a lot and so you're familiar with it, and it provides that sense of escapism, sort of going along with the psychological effects of it. And a good example of this, I think I already mentioned, but Friends is one of the most popular comfort TV examples. And then with nostalgia, that can be defined as a sentimental longing for the past. And how I was explaining in the last slide, the feelings we have associated with nostalgia can actually be satisfied through media. And then I explored Gen Z, which is one of the big main topics of my project. Gen Z are those people born between 1997 to 2012, and I wanted to explore the watching habits and how streaming and stuff changes the way that Gen Z consumes media. And then lastly, I thought it would be sort of an interesting take, since the COVID pandemic happened not too long ago, but to sort of combine that with my project. And because during the pandemic, people were watching TV a lot more frequently, and because it provided a sense of distraction. And so comfort TV was the most watched form of television that people clung to during the pandemic. For my communication theories, I explored uses and gratification and narrative theory. For uses and gratification, that can be defined as why and how people seek out specific media to satisfy their needs, which I thought fit perfect with my project, because with the sense of comfort TV and how sometimes nostalgia can be tied in with it, people are definitely seeking out a need that needs to be satisfied, so that related to my project. And with uses and gratification, certain shows, genre, and characters can provide entertainment and escapism as well as interaction. With narrative theory, it fit well with my project because I was researching and ultimately sharing the points and the information that I found, and so that works perfect with narrative theory. And also how I'm talking about TV shows have narrative, and through the storytelling, how it has its effect on its viewers. And with nostalgia, how nostalgia can tie in with the storyline of a show for narrative purposes. And then lastly, this was my process. I started off by researching. In my research, I did the 4 main points that I covered already, and then I went on to writing, which I did a 2-column AV script for, to sort of plan out what I was going to use for my visuals, what clips and stuff, and then for the audio, what when I want it to be on camera and when I want it to just use voiceovers, and what clips, when I want it to play certain clips for certain, whenever I want it to play certain audio for my clips. And for the filming, I just recorded it, and then whether or not I was doing voiceover. And then the last step was putting it all together, and I did that on Premiere Pro.